good evening. There we go. Or hello, I should go with. Very, very quick one. Final bottle of the Lyme Bay Winery wines. I am finishing with their classic Cuvee. Okay, there he is, looking all lovely. Now the classic Cuvee is a blend of the noble grapes, Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. No Meunier in this one. It's 81% Pinot Noir and 19% Chardonnay, and you can really taste the Pinot. Now I like a heavy Pinot Champagne. I like Bollinger, for example. That's if I was going to drink champagne every day, Bollinger would be my Krug would be my go-to, but Bollinger on an affordable level would be my go-to. So this has that sort of stone fruit body and oomph that you get from a Pinot Noir champagne. Now I've got no problem with Chardonnay dexterity and lightness, and you know your Veuve Clicquot style. It's just not Veuve Clicquot, Laurent Perrier style. It's just not really my bag, which is fine. Like, I know loads of people love Laurent Perrier. I think it's rubbish. I think all of their stuff is rubbish. I think their rosé is rubbish. I think their Grand Siècle at 95 to 110 quid a bottle is rubbish. It's just not for me, but people love it. Anyway, this is to tell you a little bit about it. So as I say, grapes, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. It spent 24 months on lees, so really good aging process. You get loads of that really deep yeasty kind of flavours. Lees, for those of you who don't know, are like solids and dead yeast cells. You just leave them settling in all that sediment to all intents and purposes, to gain some extra complexity and all those sort of what they call autolytic flavours, which are bread and yeast and brioche and all those, well, yeasty flavours, being as it's yeast. One thing, little note I absolutely love about this wine is, let's see if I can actually get that in focus. Now this thing here says, because I'll read it because my camera's crap, yeast removed on January the 2017. So it's got a handwritten disgorgement date on it. You know who else does things like that? Like really, really high level guys. Now, this has had a little settling bottle. As I say, it was rested for 2 years on its lees, and it's just a remarkably good wine. In the last 18 months, it has medalled 7 times. At every show it's taken to, it's taken at least a high commendation, a couple of golds and silvers and bronzes, and it's absolutely wild wherever it's gone. Now, the lighting in here is awful, right? But it's got a lovely lemony gold colour to it. I poured that about probably 10 or 15 minutes ago, and I spent a bit of time farting and fanning around with pictures for social media, etc. So it's still looking, you know, that's fairly sprightly, isn't it? Now it smells incredible. Straight away, it's got all the things that I love in a sparkling wine. It's got really ripe stone fruit. It's got bread and brioche and baked apples and honey and butterscotch and all that gloriousness on the palate. And the weight of the Pinot is evident straight away. It's got that big plush opulent roundness to it. It's just remarkable. Now the real reason that I wanted to talk about this particular wine last is that not only is it outstandingly good. Sorry, I keep looking at the bottle. I'll put that closer to... That's not going to work. Not only is it astoundingly good, but it's remarkably good value. Now, a lot of people tell you don't drink English wine because it's really expensive. Yeah, it's really nice, but the French equivalent will cost you far less. Now, I disagree, respectfully, but I disagree. But that, I would say it's a cross between Bollinger and Pol Roger, and if you like those two, you know you're spending 45 quid a bottle, 55 if it's the rosé. That'll cost you under 25 quid. Bonkers. And you know, to pay import tax on it, and you can pick it up locally, and deliveries over 75 quid are free. Get yourself 6 bottles. I mean, it's, if they're disgorged sort of as and when you order them, I don't know if they are, but the one I was given was disgorged, you know, January 2017. I saw others on there with different dates, and if they're disgorging them and picking which ones they give out down to the quality that they think is going to be there, in terms of, say, for example, say you order some and they go, right, well, the oldest we've got is January, but we know, we've spoken to the head winemaker Liam, and he knows that he thinks that will take an extra month or two to settle, or to get to the same kind of level as the one that we got out in February. So let's give them the February one, because that's drinking beautifully now, and they're going to really enjoy that, whereas the January one might still be a little bit closed up or might need to develop something. And if they are picking individual bottles per order to make sure you get the best experience of it, why wouldn't you do that? I mean, that's like, name me one other wine company that does that. I can't think of one. But there we are. Anyway, so this concludes my wines I'm doing for Lyme Bay Winery. Cheers. I really do recommend checking them out. As I keep mentioning, the Romanian I'm actually going to pull forward, I think, because the people who very kindly sent me the wine are probably wondering what I've done with it. So I think I'm going to do those 6 bottles next. I'm going to do them on, say, a weekly basis, 1 bottle a week, and a little bit about the producers and a bit about Romania in general. So it's going to be soil and regions, all the good stuff. But there's some really interesting, really well-known names behind some of these wines, which I think tells an awful lot about the trust of the area and where they think it's going. So I'm going to do those next, and then I will come back onto English wines. I want to have a look at Hattingley, I want to have a look at Three Quires, and I'll take you through what I find from each of those. But in the meantime, peace, have a nice evening. Ta-da.